closed captioning provided by the UT Haslam College full-time MBA program. Learn, transform, lead. It all starts here.
Let's get ready to work to win. Let's go.
This is it.
Butch Jones leads the Tennessee Volunteers, running through the tee on a Saturday night.
A passion that knows no equal.
Takes off to the 20. A touchdown, Tennessee.
For the next 60 minutes, you're tuned to Vol Network coverage of the Tennessee Volunteers.
Let's own expectations, man. Let's go.
From the heart and soul of the Volunteers Day.
I want the whole city of Knoxville to know that it's football time in Tennessee.
This is Tennessee. This is the Butch Jones Show.
I've been waiting for this one.
Brought to you by the Big Orange Debit Card. Only from the official bank of the Vols. First Tennessee. By Dish. Introducing the Flex Pack. It's a skinny bundle from Dish, official sponsor of the Big Orange. By the Ford F-150. Tough runs in our family. See your local Ford dealer today. And by Farm Bureau Insurance. With agents in more communities than any other insurer, Tennessee turns to Farm Bureau Insurance, the official insurance of the Vols.
It is over, and the Tennessee Volunteers have beaten the Florida Gators. It's been a long wait. It's been a long time. But the Volunteers did it with a tremendous, miraculous, almost unbelievable second half performance. Final score from Neyland Stadium as the 11-game losing streak to the Gators comes to an end. Our final score, Tennessee 38, Florida 28.
It was a dominating second half performance, one of the best in the history at Neyland Stadium for a Tennessee Volunteer team. The Vols scored 38 unanswered points, 35 of those in the second half to take down the Gators 38-28. Congratulations, Coach, to your team and your program.
Well, thanks, Bob, and congratulations to you. And just really, really proud of our players and happy for all of Vol Nation. And it was a gut check. This was a character win. You don't win a game like this if you don't have great character in your football program. We had a number of individuals step up and make big plays when we need to, but really I thought that the catalyst behind the comeback was Derek Barnett. I thought he really took over the game and he dominated the game, and then the passing game stepped up for us, and our defense was spectacular in the second half, holding them, I believe, to about 102 yards, and 80 some odd yards were in one drive. So again, just a great team win.
Talk about the second half performance of your football. First half, you had chances to score. You're in the red zone 3 times, but only got 3 points. But yet the team at halftime regrouped and came out, and you had to be proud of that.
Well, I was, but that was a storyline of the first half, as we were in the red zone in the low red 3 times, and we only came away with 3 points. You can't do that. We had way too many drop passes. We had more drop passes than we've had in 10 years. And again, that's just something that we had to go back. It was an execution deal, and just focus on the tip of the football and look to tuck. But we challenged our football team a little bit at halftime, but they knew that wasn't us. They knew we didn't play our best football. But the great thing about it was there was no panic. And what we told them at halftime was, you're not going to get it all back in one play. You're not going to get it all back in one series. What you have to do is just focus on winning your one-on-one matchup, do your job and do it well, and let's look up at the scoreboard at the end of the game.
And the key is the defense pretty much shut them down to let the offense get cranked up.
Well, generated all 3 and outs but 1 drive, and that's spectacular. And that's what we talk about, complementary football. We started having the defense give us the football, and then we were able to cash it in for touchdowns. And we thought this would be a field position game, and I really thought we won the field position battle in the first half. We just didn't capitalize on a fumble recovery by our punt team, and we didn't capitalize in red zone efficiency. But in the second half, we were able to capitalize on that. We scored 28 points in a span of 4 minutes and 13 seconds in the second half. That's pretty explosive.
It sure is. Tennessee, a big one over the Florida Gators. We'll show you highlights next here on the Butch Jones Show.
Time out to check the stats. Brought to you by Dish.
The battle at Bristol saw many records fall, and one of those records now belongs to Tennessee quarterback Joshua Dobbs. Check the stats. With a 40-yard run against Virginia Tech, Dobbs became Tennessee's career-leading rusher at the quarterback position. After 3 games this season, the Alpharetta native has 1,490 career rushing yards. Dobbs broke the record previously held by Tennessee great Jimmy Silva Streak Streeter. Streeter tallied 1,374 rushing yards during his career on Rocky Top, including a memorable 80-yard touchdown run against Cal.
Check the stats. Dish introduces the new Flex Pack. Learn more at dish.com/Vol. Catch the Vol on Dish, proud partner of the Big Orange.
I just wanna break the rules. I just wanna break the rules.
Our family, we're not like any other. We're spirited, tough, loyal. We believe in tradition and honor. Generation after generation, we're Vols for life. This is my family. And this is my truck.
It's all about family football and F-150 on a Tennessee Saturday. Now get F-150 with 0 for 72, plus 1,000 smart bonus on select vehicles, plus 500 Labor Day bonus cash.
Go Vols!
To win championships, first and foremost, you have to win with people. It's all about an organization. It's all about a total commitment. Just like First Tennessee, they win with people on a daily basis. From the professionalism to the convenience that they provide myself and my family, and also just staying up on the top of things, the latest trends in banking, the customer service, the convenience, and the passion by which they go by each and every day. They understand the volunteer spirit.
Crowds in Midtown today mean only one thing.
Everyone is ready for the next-gen iPhone. And so is Verizon, with the only next-gen network that lets you make the most of it. LTE Advanced delivers 50% faster peak speeds to over 450 cities coast to coast. The next-gen iPhone deserves the next-gen network. And right now, get our best offer ever, an iPhone 7 on us.
When my father started Food City, he held his stores to the highest standard of quality. He believed that every store should have a knowledgeable butcher so that customers always got the most for their money. Now today there are Food City stores in 4 states, and you'll find certified Angus beef in every one of them, and always at a great price. That's value, and that's what you'll find at Food City.
The tee opens, and now the emotion and passion of the fans comes to the forefront as the Tennessee Volunteers come running through the tee against the Florida Gators here at Neyland Stadium. Appleby back to throw. Sacked! Fires. Man wide open. Juwan Jennings bobbles it, stays in bound down the sideline to the 20, to the 10, all the way to the checkerboard. Touchdown, Tennessee! Fake a handoff, pass over the middle to pass to Wolf. Touchdown, Tennessee! No, it's over. It is over, and the Tennessee Volunteers have beaten the Florida Gators.
What a moment it was at Neyland Stadium. You got to direct the Pride of the Southland Band in Rocky Top. That was special.
It was very special. It's one of those moments you remember for a lifetime, but even more so than that is the look in our players' faces, and that's what it's all about, the joy, the excitement, the feeling of accomplishment. But it's just one game, and it puts us one step closer to our goals. But it's 4-0, and we have to get ready to go on the road now in a hostile environment against Georgia. But again, just the perseverance, the resiliency that our players showed was remarkable, and our fan base. Neyland Stadium was electric. Yeah. It was a great home field advantage for us, and that's why they're the best fan base in America, and I'm proud to be one of them.
Yeah, the Vol fans had their game face on yesterday. Let's go to the highlights and show some of the action in the game. And Florida came out early and jumped out to the lead.
Well, they did. Right here, you're going to see a max protection. They're keeping everyone in, and they're basically running a one-man route, a vertical route, and not the start that we wanted to, but just like in life, A lot of things don't go according to plan, and you have to adapt and adjust. This was on a 3rd and goal here, and you can see, Bob, they're in an unbalanced formation, and they're running basically spider 2 wide banana, as some people call it, a corner flat combination, and they go up 7-0. One individual for us I thought is really stepping up, playing winning football for us, is true freshman Tyler Bird. And you can see right here, this is what we call an isolated slant with spacing, where Josh actually has his primary read down here to the bottom of the screen. If it's not there, he'll reset with depth in the pocket, and then we flood the backside zone, and then Tyler does a great job of getting the ball north and south. Next individual who I thought, when I talked about Derek Barnett taking over the game for us defensively, I thought Trevor Daniel took the game over for us in terms of special teams. And here's a great pooch punt situation. As we talked about, we had to control field position, and then they fumbled the football, and we had an opportunity like this in the Ohio U game when we talked about running to the football and recover it. And as we know, we got to turn those into points. We can't come away with 0 points.
Dylan Bates got that fumble recovery.
Yes, he did, and it was great to see because Dylan was filling in for Jalen Reeves-Maben. Another critical 3rd and 4 situation. It's a screen, weak side where the running back starts strong and goes weak. Again, keeping the theme on 3rd down is 3rd and 6, and Josh does a good job of pocket collapses and keeping the play alive and making a 1st down here with his legs. And then you're going to see here is going to be a rollout pass, 1st and 10 sprint out pass. And I thought we did a great job offensively at keeping them off balance with our tempos, with our different personnel groupings and sets, and also our throw game. And really right here, what we're trying to do is get a 4 to 5 yard play, but give the offensive line some release and change the quarterback's launch point. He does a great job of hitting Josh Malone here, and then Josh gets vertical on it. Again, 3rd and goal here, so we had some opportunities to force field goals, and we weren't able to do that defensively in the 1st half. And there's a rushing touchdown by them to make it 21-0.
Did you sense any panic on the sideline?
No, absolutely no panic. And again, this is just Josh being Josh, making plays with his legs, getting about a 12-yard gain here on 1st and 10 to keep the chains going. And then again, here's true freshman again, Tyler Bird. He does a good job on the option route here. Run off number 34, their inside backer. And again, everything is about matchups. And we wanted to place him with an option route on their linebackers. And then he does a great job again of getting the ball and getting yards after the catch. And I thought our run after the catch, was probably the best it's been in a long time around here, Bob.
Went to the running game too with Hurd.
Well, here's another hard run, and we get him to the secondary, and that was great to see, and that was a 9-yard run there.
But Tennessee now trying to get points and gets the field goal. It's 21-3.
I think this is a top 10 Sports Center Vol Network play right here. Again, you can see right here we're going to fake a pass, and then he's going to come up, and he does a great job of using his athletic ability and making the catch, and then our first up, which we talk about.
That's Juwan Jennings on that catch.
And you know, we talk about a character of a football team, and I think this really defines our character. It's the first drive of the third quarter. We talked about having to go down and score. We got 2nd and 6, and unfortunately we throw an interception here, and Josh has to put the ball away and live to play another down. But again, that could have broke the back of a lot of teams, and they didn't do that. They just kept fighting and kept fighting and kept fighting.
Stopped him on a Colton jumper, great play on a 3rd down and short.
Well, it was, and then very fitting, we've spoke about him the entire time in the show. Here's true freshman Tyler Bird, and these are things where he's done a great job of perfecting his craft. You can see right here, he's matched up on their nickel, and he's going to lean and stick. Really good throw by Josh. Good run and catch.
Bird had 3 catches on the day.
Well, he brings energy to the offense. Again, same deal, trying to move the pocket. We find Jason Kroom here. And again, this was a critical play, Bob, because it's 21-3, and also it's 3rd down and 3. And Josh does a great job of keeping the play alive. They're bringing pressure from the backside, so we sprint away from it. And then a good catch and a good job of getting vertical, and good job by Joshua there.
This next one's a very well-designed play.
Well, it is. We have not shown this before, and we're showing a lead zone to the weak side where Jalen Hurd is the lead blocker, and then he's going to go right up the rail, and Josh Malone does a great job of getting it cleared, and that really started to turn the tide, makes it 21-10.
Nice to have a running back that can catch.
Oh, he can do it all, and we talk about being a complete player, and he's a complete player. You can see now our defense starts to take over, and it was really evident with negative yardage football plays, and TK's the unblocked safety, does a great job of fitting it up, and there's a -1 yard run, and that's what we needed. Again, you can start see now we're getting penetration in the line of scrimmage. Our defensive front is coming off the football, and again, another negative yardage football play, and you can see all the smoky gray jerseys around the football.
When Tennessee stopped their running game, that changed the whole complexion of the game.
Yes, it did, and we knew it'd be a line of scrimmage game. And then again, we wanted to challenge their corners. And again, we have a lot of faith and confidence in our throw game and Josh Malone. And back shoulder throw, good protection. He can set his feet, good adjust to the football. And that was one of the big plays that sparked us, obviously. Then this was great to see here. Here's a vertical, and we have our tight end matched up on their inside linebacker. And again, this was a game of individual matchups. Josh does a great job of standing tall in the pocket and makes a great throw. And this is one of the most difficult catches in football, and it was great to see Ethan Wolf respond like this. And that makes it 21-17. As you can see, everything in football is about momentum, capitalizing on momentum and maintaining that momentum, and we definitely have the momentum right now.
What a catch by Wolf, right on his fingertips.
Great catch.
Now Derek Barnett very much controlling the game, as you said.
Well, again, this is 3rd and 6 here, and we talked about Derek taking over the game, and you can see him down at the bottom of the screen. Again, football is just a battle of one-on-one matchups. He has great get-off on the ball. Look how he reduces his surface, lowers his surface, comes unblocked, and that's all technique and effort. And then you can see the linebacker, Cortez McDowell, adding on here, and again, applying pressure and taking over the line of scrimmage. Then obviously, critical play of the game, it's 1st and 10, and Josh does a great job. His primary read is up top on the screen, and if you watch his eyes are on his first progression. And then he comes back, and we always talk about winning at the line of scrimmage if you're going to win downfield. Watch Juwan Jennings' release. We call it a 3-step lock. He gets Tabor's his hips locked, and we always talk about locking the hips of the defender, and then does a great job. And I tell you what, that play seemed to take an eternity, but he did a great job at not only maintaining his concentration, but tight-roping the sidewalk and then getting the ball into the checkerboards, as you would say, Bob.
You know, it was interesting, too. Jennings put a little move on Tabor and basically got him off balance that allowed him to get down the sidewalk.
No question. He won at the line of scrimmage and in the route. And again, defensive front just taking it over. And you can see the pressure, and again, making him a low-vision quarterback. Continuing, now we get into what we call scramble mode. And now we have to lock up in man-to-man coverage, and Todd Kelly Jr. does a great job with interception. Now we need to keep the momentum. We need to score off of this turnover, and we were able to do that.
And Tennessee's big play receiver comes up big on this play.
Again, we're running an option route. We do a great job of clearing it with the tight end, the number 3. Ethan comes underneath, and now Josh is matched up with outside leverage. And again, these are the different types of formations of gaining relief for your receivers and giving them an opportunity to win down the field. Josh Malone does a great job. Again, Josh stands in the pocket, beating the free heat, and then I tell you what, it was great to see this burst and explosion by Josh Malone.
He has scored a touchdown in every game, 5 of them on the season now for him, and he did show that burst to get to the end zone.
Next one, again, now we're starting to take over the line of scrimmage. You can see some missed tackles, punishing style, and then watch the pile move. Very Jalen Hurd style, but also the offensive line and everyone getting in that pile. It's 31-21 at this particular moment. Then we capitalize on the field position turnover, and then Josh Dobbs wasn't going to be denied, and we get the ball in the checkerboards at the 8-minute mark of the 4th quarter to make it 38-21. And then the other individual with the kicking game was Aaron Medley. Aaron Medley's done a great job with his kickoffs as well. And same thing, which we talked about, Trevor Daniel here with a great pooch punt. And again, you're making a team now drive 99 3/4 of a yard to score. I thought Rashawn Golden also, here's a great pass breakup. You can see the theme, still maintaining pressure on the quarterback.
It was just a dominant performance in the second half. Team effort all the way. You had to be proud of just the fight your team had in the game.
Well, very, very proud. That's the last play of the game, and we had to run a play to run the clock out. We couldn't get in victory formation. And again, just very happy for everyone. It's a game that puts us one step closer to our goals.
Tennessee wins the game 38-28. Interesting stat. Your team has been a second-half team, defensively especially. You've outscored the opponents 31-10 in the third quarter, 49-14 in the fourth quarter.
We really thought we made conditioning a factor, and our players believe in our strength and conditioning program, and it was really evident. As you know, it was extremely hot, the elements, but our sports science department did a great job. Our players were prepared, and Stephanie Horvath has done a great job. She actually made packets, little packets, the entire week for our players to make sure that they were hydrating, and Jason McVay and everyone, they've done a great job, but really the onus and responsibility comes on our players of making sure they're game ready, and they were ready for 4 quarters of football.
Everybody was ready on Saturday for the win over the Gators. We'll continue with more next here on the Butch Jones Show.
It's time to honor the Tennessee Vol Scholar of the Week, brought to you by Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics. Shop ChooseNissan.com, innovation that excites. This week, we recognize Todd Kelly Jr. as our Vol Scholar of the Week. Kelly is majoring in biochemistry and cellular and molecular biology. Kelly is a 2016-2017 Vol Scholar and had a 3.0 GPA last year. He also would like to pursue medical school. That's what makes him the Vol Scholar of the Week.
You are the man of the hour, the king of the castle. Your subjects look upon you in awe and anticipation because you're about to make their culinary dreams come true. Guess you should have had natural gas.
Sophie, his 13th birthday. Gift, we've got you. Guitar, coming tomorrow. Road game today, surprise party tomorrow. Change of plans. Game tomorrow.
No, birthday tomorrow.
Hotel. Guitar. Reroute.
Birthdays are on birthdays.
Party. Relocate. UPS My Choice makes rerouting packages easy. How we're helping companies solve for the needs of customers like Sophie.
Good or better? The Hyundai Sonata versus the Toyota Camry. The Sonata has an available panoramic sunroof. The Camry? No. In the Sonata, available Android Auto. The Camry? No again. And only the Hyundai is backed by America's best warranty. Better is the reason to buy Hyundai. The 2017 Sonata from Hyundai.
1 Tennessee. 1 sustainable goal. 0 waste in Neyland Stadium. No sort recycling. Now 0 excuses. Made possible by Eastman, Food City, and Waste Connections. No sort makes it easy to be a good sport. Tackle sustainability. At Tennessee, good sports always recycle.
The Butch Jones Show is being brought to you by Verizon, the better network. Verizon, official wireless provider of the Tennessee Volunteers.
By the natural gas utilities and pipeline companies in Tennessee.
Natural gas.
By UT Medical Center, Tennessee's hospital. UT Medical Center, wisdom for your life. And by Food City, the tailgating capital of Big Orange Country. And proud sponsor of UT Athletics. Food City, value every day.
I'm Maddie Glab with Eric Ames. This is the Film Room, a segment where Eric breaks it down. Today we're talking about pressure on defense, specifically blitzing. What blitz are we talking about today?
We're talking about a 42 Mike Sam overload blitz, 33 zone blitz.
What? I'm already confused. What's going
You
on
didn't get all
here?
that?
No.
You didn't get all that? All right, so start from the top. A 4 down, 2 linebacker, Mike, Sam, overload pressure,
Okay.
33 zone blitz.
Okay. They're in a 4-2-5.
4-2-5, 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers, nickel out here. Here's Rashawn Golden, here's the nickel.
Okay.
With everybody else on the field, Mike and Sam. So here's your Mike, here's your Sam. Blitzing, 3 deep, 33 zone blitz. Think 3 deep, 3 underneath. Normally you have 3 deep, 4 underneath.
Right.
A normal rush ratio would be 4 guys coming, 7 in coverage.
Okay.
Now we're bringing 5, and we got 6 in coverage.
Okay.
Let's let this one run. Down set hut, snap the ball. Mike, Sam come. Running back didn't want any. Kirkland gets a sack. Take it back to the top right there. Let's go a little slower here. So here's Kirkland right here. Here's Golden coming off the edge. Mike, Sam pressure. Down set hut, ball snapped. Watch Barnett drop into coverage. So that's the one of the first things you need to
Why
notice.
is he dropping?
Why is Derek Barnett dropping into
yeah.
coverage? He's the backside defensive end.
Okay.
Mike and Sam come, right? Mike comes, Sam comes, defensive end drops. Then you have, go back to the top, we'll check it out again right here. Watch the safety coming down. Safety comes down, deep, deep, deep. You have 3 deep, 3 underneath, and this is always going to be one of them. So he's over here. He has both hooks, curl flat, and in this game right here, it looks like they actually were dropping the defensive end to the middle to spy the quarterback. Let's go to the next play right here. Again, same blitz, all 3 times, different result right here. Again, Mike, Sam, overload pressure right here, coming across, coming down, 33 zone blitz, overload. We actually used to call this blitz when I was in college, we used to call it Smokey.
How come?
Sam and Mike.
Okay.
Smokey,
I like it. I
right?
like it. I like it.
Can't forget that. Here comes the Smokey. We're like, where? All right, so here comes the Mike Sam blitz coming off the down set hut. Here they come. Boom, drop in the end. You can see it. Pause it right there. Go back just a little bit. Right there. Stop. 3 underneath. There's your 3 guys deep. We actually lost the set. There's a safety right there. 1, 2, 3. 3 underneath. And again, dropping our defensive end to spy the quarterback. Normally they'd be dropping, trying to get out underneath maybe a quick throw backside.
Okay. So they're dropping to cover extra space in case they get something off.
Yeah, otherwise you'd be bringing 6 guys, and at that point you'd be playing cover 0, all out blitz, and you'd have a man-to-man blitz, not a zone blitz. A zone blitz, what we're doing right here, think 2-3 zone in basketball.
Okay.
It's zone with man-to-man principles. Like these guys are guarding man-to-man out here basically. The corners basically are playing man-to-man with a matchup zone pass-off principles inside in here between the hashes.
All right.
Let's go to the last one right here. Again, nickel, right here. Here's jumper in the middle.
Yep.
Mike, Sam, Will, drop in the end. There's Congo right there. Down set hut, ball snapped. You can just kind of see it all go on a string right there. Gets him off the spot, spying the quarterback, gets a big hit on the quarterback, ball goes out of bounds.
Congo drops, but he's the one who makes the play in the end on that one.
Absolutely, and that's why you want to have good, fast, athletic defensive ends, which we have. They can rush the passer. You saw Vickers get a sack there too. Overload pressure, get to the quarterback. You know, you want to bring this pressure so you can get the quarterback off the spot, get the sack, force him to make a quick decision. You really have to know what to do with the football when you're playing quarterback and you're bringing that smoky blitz to the field.
Last question, what's a quarterback doing when he sees all this pressure coming? I gotta get out.
No, you gotta know what to do with the football. So you either have to make an audible, have a quick throw, a quick slant, quick hitch to the backside, be athletic enough to catch it and run, have a hot route. That's why you'll see the backside linebacker coming across the field pretty quick to get that tight end pretty fast in case they throw the hot route to the tight end. You have to know when and where to throw the football right now. Otherwise, you take a sack from Kirkland, you take a sack from Vickers, or you take a big hit from Congo and throw the ball out of bounds.
The 33 zone blitz, I finally get it. I hope you do too. Back to you, Bob.
Coach, right now, sophistication on defense, it's amazing how every year it just gets more complicated.
Well, it does, but the most critical element in any blitz you bring is the communication aspect of it. Because when you call that blitz, you don't know what formation they're going to be in. So you may have a base way of running that blitz or that pressure, but if they come out empty, if they come out with something else, you have to check to a different way to blitz, or you have to check out of the blitz. So that's why communication is imperative. And then one of the missing pieces to the communicative process is when we play at home in front of 102, 455, a lot of times you can't hear. We're on the road, they're going to be quiet for their home offense. So we have to do a great job through hand signals and just nonverbal communication to be able to relate all that, particularly when we play at home.
But there's one rule that doesn't change: rush the passer.
Impact the quarterback, and we were able to do that Saturday and really make them one-dimensional. And that's what you want to do as a defense. You want to turn the offense into a one-dimensional offense.
Come back, we'll feature one of the key members of the Tennessee defense, Corey Vereen, here on the Butch Jones Show.
Tailgating doesn't have to be work anymore. Kick off your game day with Tailgate Tennessee. Located inside Circle Park, Tailgate Tennessee offers premium tailgate packages with private tents, TVs, food, and much more. You park the car, we'll do the rest. For more information, visit tailgatetennessee.com. Presented by Zaxby's and Dish.
Excellence is a journey that you choose to take. It's a choice to be the academic medical center in the region. It's a focus on not asking what's next, but discovering it. Excellence is having physicians on the cutting edge of medicine, training future generations of physicians. The University of Tennessee Medical Center. Wisdom for your life.
It's been used universally for decades. The consummate attaboy. Good job. Way to go. Because nothing says a job well done like the classic high five. So if someone wants to give you five, the polite thing to do is say thank you. That's why for 5 years in a row, Farm Bureau Insurance has been proud to receive the J.D. Power Award for highest customer satisfaction among auto insurers in the Southeast region. Farm Bureau Insurance. Tennessee turns to us.
Our family. We're not like any other. We're spirited, tough, loyal. We believe in tradition and honor. Generation after generation, we're balls for life. This is my family. And this is my truck.
It's all about family football and F-150 on a Tennessee Saturday. Now get F-150 with 0 for 72, plus 1,000 smart bonus on select vehicles, plus 500 Labor Day bonus cash.
Go Balls!
With CPI Security's InTouch system, you get complete protection, control, and convenience right at your fingertips. Arm your system, lock your doors, and make sure everyone is safe when you're not home. During an emergency, you're quickly connected to our award-winning monitoring station, delivering a fast, personal response when you need it. Call CPI today to get a complete InTouch system, including an interior and outdoor HD camera, touchscreen door lock, and thermostat installed free. That's over $2,100 in free equipment.
We are believers. Trust is earned in the field, where a full day's work will always tell the truth. We believe in what we do and what we have done. Who are we? Number 1 in subcompact tractors, number 1 in compact excavators, and number 1 in diesel engines. We are Kubota.
Corey Vereen got down there. They're going to get him again, swarm him under.
Maddie Glab sitting down with senior defensive lineman Corey Vereen. Corey, you're senior. You've been here 4 years now. You played in 9 games your freshman year, 13 your sophomore, junior year. Would you say this is the best start to a season you've had thus far here?
You know, looking at it from, a humble standpoint of view, I would say it's my best season starting off statistically and just technique-wise. So, yeah, it's been a pretty good start.
What's been your motivation? How have you come out of the gate just so threatening on defense?
Pretty much I'm just trying to build off of last year, what I was doing towards the end of the season, just making plays, just not really thinking too much and just going as hard as I can each play. Guys like Barnett push me, in the weight room and on the field just to be productive each week, helping the team just make sure we're playing our best.
What is your favorite thing to do on the line playmaking-wise? Is it a TFL, a sack, a pass deflect?
I'll be honest with you, I just like hitting the person with the ball. However that is, whether it's dropping back, in the pocket or if he's running out, a TFL, wherever it is, I just like being productive.
Tennessee comes up with the turnover. Corey Vereen at the bottom of the stack comes out of there with the ball.
All right, your celebration when you make a play. I think it's the best on the line. Where did that come from? When did you start doing it?
I actually did it one time in a bowl game when I got a sack there, and I saw it on film and I really liked it, and it looked really physical and entertaining. So I was just like, I'm gonna keep on doing that, and it just kind of stuck.
D-line is a goofy group. A lot of personalities on the D-line. 3 biggest personalities on the D-line.
The 3 biggest personalities gotta be Shaheem Tuttle, Darryl Taylor, and it's a competition between Danny O'Brien and Quay. It's got to be between them, but it's a pretty good group. It's always joking, we always laughing, having fun. It's some good stuff.
Okay, you're from Florida. How many people do you know that go to that school?
It's a good 20. I know a good amount of people who go there. A lot of guys from high school, dudes who actually played for Florida on defense, and actually my girlfriend goes there, obviously. So
being a senior here, you're in your last year. What's something that you're going to take into that next step of life that you've learned from Tennessee?
What I've learned from Tennessee is to be a professional. Coach Tripp talks about it all the time. And every day you come in, you got to punch the card, and you just got to do your job. He stresses that a lot, and I feel like since I've been here, that's what I've learned the most. Do your job and be a professional when you're in here.
Corey, thanks for sitting down with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Being one of the veterans, being from Florida, this game was really special to Corey and all those seniors on this football team.
West Orange High School, Winter Garden, Florida, and his girlfriend attends the University of Florida. Couldn't ask for a better way to go out. Have bragging rights for a lifetime now. But energy, passion, work ethic, that's what Corey Vereen brings about. He was recruited here as a linebacker. We made the switch to defensive end in the spring of his freshman year and has really taken that opportunity and ran with it. And he's the individual who is always stretching, always hydrating, always doing the extra. He's a great role model for our younger players.
And his motor always runs full bore. We'll ask the coach when we come back next here on The Butch Jones Show.
Tennessee fans, it's time to lock in. On sale now is the official Tennessee Football Fan T-shirt for 2016. Lock-in shirts are on sale now at Vol shops on campus and at participating fan shops across the state, including Alumni Hall, Hound Dogs, Walgreens, Sports Seasons, and Food City. That's Lock In, presented by Dish. The Vols rushed for 120 yards or more this week. Download the Dunkin' Donuts app and get a free medium hot or iced coffee today. Vol fans, run on Dunkin'.
The 2016 Nissan Altima. An IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus. With forward emergency braking that could stop for you. Take on sudden stops. Get to your local Nissan store today for 0% financing for up to 72 months. Or save up to $4,500 on the 2016 Altima. It's a Nissan, proud partner of the Tennessee Volunteers.
There's people who care where I'm going, and good friends who welcome me home. So get a full tank of freedom, drive the American road. And with a full tank of freedom, find your own highway. We'll take you wherever you go. Take you wherever you go.
First Tennessee is the official bank of the Vols. They have backed us, They've been extremely supportive, and I'm very proud to be partners with them as we continue to venture on this journey brick by brick. They are Tennessee. They're what this great state has been built upon. People, customer service, innovation, passion, and constant never-ending improvement. Based in Tennessee, they give their all for Tennessee each and every day. There's only one official bank of the Vols, and that's First Tennessee.
You asked, he'll answer. This is Ask the Coach, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Check them out at academy.com/Vols for your chance to win Tennessee football tickets. No purchase necessary.
Coach, this question is appropriate from James Buck. What'd you tell the team at halftime?
Well, we gathered them up. And some things I can't say on air, but you know what? Our players knew. But the focal point was you're not going to get it all back in one drive. You're not going to get it back in one play. Just focus on what it takes to play winning football. Get back to what we do best. And that was not our best half of football. And our players understood that. That was a great thing. I could see the look in their eye. We were going to win. And it was just a matter of correcting those things and not creating panic. That's the big thing, is you don't want to go in and create panic. You want to let them know that you're with them and that you build the confidence. And I told them, we always talk about having each other's back. We have to have each other's back. One of the 4 keys was staying together and playing together as a football team. And that's what we needed to do in the second half, and they responded, and that's a tribute to them.
John Bryce is with us here too, John.
Coach, I wanted to ask you that win yesterday, and not just that win, but where the program is right now. How much of this vision is what you've been building all along? How much did you say in 2013 and 14 when you were putting together those first couple of recruiting classes that it was to get the program to a level like this, to where it is a mature team that can handle the adversity? You've got some veterans in it, and they've been in some big stages.
Well, you're exactly right. That was part of the process. And the process just doesn't happen overnight, and it takes a while to build. And unfortunately, we live in an instant gratification society, and I get that. But I think the experiences that we had last year is really helping us this year. I think the App State experience, looking back on it, and I knew at that particular moment that that's probably what this football team needed. We needed to not play our best football and find a way to win a football game and get it into overtime. And I think a lot of confidence was built off of that game, that we can win the close games, and that, again, you're seeing more and more individuals step up now in critical moments of the game and make big plays. And that's a maturation process. We talk about being a mature competitor, and this football team has showed maturity. Now the next evolution of that maturity is going on the road next week, playing a very, very talented Georgia football team.
Coach, big challenge on the road, but savor this win for a while, okay, over Florida?
We will, but it's on to the next. As you know, we live in a week-to-week season, and we have a great challenge ahead of us.
Coach, good luck. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Butch Jones's comments. Tennessee beats Florida. Now Georgia's up. We'll talk about that next.
Fans, please direct your attention to the video board for tonight's Loyal Fan of the Game. Brought to you by Hyundai. Vol fans are loyal. Hyundai fans are loyal too. Enough to be ranked #1 in customer loyalty 6 years in a row.
Life can be unpredictable. And with gaps in Medicare, you need to be prepared for whatever comes up. Our Medicare supplements cover many of the costs so you can have peace of mind, which has become quite a buzzword lately.
Buzzword? Peace of mind is 3 words.
Okay, Einstein, let her finish. Have questions about Medicare supplements? Visit fbhealthplans.com or your local Farm Bureau office. We've got you covered.
There's something out there. Something stirring. Something wild. Introducing the Wild family of instant games from the Tennessee Lottery. Win up to $500,000. Out of nowhere. Only from the Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing fun.
From hard work, humble beginnings, and the red clay of Tennessee, greatness is built, brick by brick. This is Coach Philip Fulmer. General Shell and I are proud supporters of Tennessee football.
Our family, we're not like any other. We're spirited, tough, loyal. We believe in tradition and honor. Generation after generation, we're Vols for life. This is my family. And this is my truck.
It's all about family football and F-150 on a Tennessee Saturday. Now get F-150 with 0 for 72, plus 1,000 smart bonus on select vehicles, plus 500 Labor Day bonus cash.
Go Vols!
Tomorrow's fuel is here today, at home in abundance. America's natural gas is cleaner, more reliable, more affordable, and more efficient, delivering greater stability and dependability with lower costs and emissions. Contact your local natural gas provider to look closer at a versatile resource that can serve your family and community for generations to come.
The Butch Jones Show is being delivered by UPS, helping companies solve for today's rising customer expectations. Visit ups.com/solvers to find out more. By Hyundai, proud supporter of college football and loyal fans everywhere. By Eastman Chemical Company, promoting sustainability. Remember, good sports always recycle. And by Farm Bureau Health Plans. We've got you covered. Get a rate quote online at fbhealthplans.com or at your local Tennessee Farm Bureau office. This is Exact Science, brought to you by Humana, your partner in health.
With the single arm bench, with the dumbbell, we're developing shoulder stabilization. By doing one arm, you're also developing core stabilization because that core got to stabilize. You control the weight down. You're still working upper body pushing strength with the pecs, the shoulders, and the triceps, but you're also engaging the core. Cam is going to now demonstrate a one-arm dumbbell bench. What we're looking for here is 5 points of contact: heels, butt, low back, shoulders. Cam wants to keep the core tight. He's controlling the weight straight down, driving the weight straight up. What we're working on is great core stabilization along with developing the pecs, the shoulders, and the triceps. So control the weight down, drive it straight up. He's keeping that hand right on his core, keeping it tight. Two things we want to avoid on this exercise are throwing the hips up as we drive it up. We want to focus on utilizing the upper body. The other thing we want to avoid is loosening the abs up and losing core stabilization and losing control of the dumbbell. One arm, you have to engage the core more, and you're also focusing on one arm shoulder stabilization. Core stabilization, core strength is vital in a game of football because with your core, that's how you transfer power, and you keep that core strong. It helps in transferring power and also decreasing the risk of injury.
No matter the day, it's always football time in Tennessee. Join the Vol Network each Wednesday at Calhoun's on the River for Vol Calls. Talk Tennessee football with head coach Butch Jones. Vol Calls, Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. on the Vol Network.
Excellence is finding ways to solve new challenges. It's one of the reasons we created our 6 centers of excellence. Physicians from different disciplines working together to provide better solutions for you. It's a collaborative effort that pushes us to be our best and to provide you with the best care possible. Excellence is a journey that we take every day. The University of Tennessee Medical Center. Wisdom for your life.
You know, these Zaxby's fried pickles really take me back to Meemaw's kitchen.
Yeah, Meemaw really would have loved these. Is that a time machine?
Yep, and I brought Meemaw back with me.
That's not Meemaw.
Ooh, okay, let's get you back inside.
Better than grandma's? Maybe. Indescribably good? Definitely. Fried pickles are back. Lightly breaded, fried to perfection, and served with ranch sauce. Try them before they're gone. Zaxby's.
I just wanna break the rules.
break the rules.
Good or better? The Hyundai Santa Fe Sport versus the Ford Edge.
Should we be wearing helmets?
The Santa Fe Sport has an available multi-view camera system. The Edge doesn't.
What was that?
On the Hyundai, available auto emergency braking. On the Ford, nope.
Hey, what's with the axe?
And only the Hyundai is backed by America's best warranty.
No.
Better is the reason to buy Hyundai.
I'm out.
The 2017 Santa Fe Sport from Hyundai.
Faulkner, single running back behind the quarterback Schuler. Schuler on the draw, keeps the ball at the 10. Gets to the outside, is tripped, runs through a tackle to the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give me the sign. He did. Touchdown, Tennessee!
Heath Schuler, a pretty good running quarterback, and so is Josh Dobbs. John, I thought Dobbs in the second half was really the difference in Tennessee's offense. He got much more involved.
He did, Bob, but if you looked at Josh Dobbs' demeanor from first half to second half, it would be hard to tell which was which. He's so even-keeled. I think that's what makes him such a valuable asset to this team, such a leader to this team. He always feels calm in any situation. He always feels like he's going to find a way, his teammates are going to find a way, and Tennessee's going to find a way.
Talk about some of the key points defensively. I thought Derek Barnett was terrific, but their ability to get Florida off the field and force those 3 and outs early in the second half was a key.
Oh, it was huge. They seized all momentum there. I thought you saw all the linebackers playing better. Even Gavin Bryant did some nice things and had a huge hit on a kickoff at one point in the second half that just sort of rattled Florida. Dylan Bates got some quality minutes in there, and Danny O'Brien and Kendall Vickers, and then the rotation of Shy Tuttle and Khalil McKenzie, and Tennessee stayed fresh. And I thought, and this has been a point all season long, I thought clearly Tennessee was the fresher team in the fourth quarter, Bob, and that's something they take pride in. Danny O'Brien flat told me we made them boys quit.
Yeah. Colton Jumper, I thought, had some big plays, and he was really, really solid.
He did, Bob, and he silenced a lot of naysayers with his performance. He had played really well against Ohio. People wondered, could he translate it to the SEC where the speed was so much different? And I don't know if Colton Jumper will play a better game this season, but that's a definitely encouraging sign because he played incredibly well, especially after the Vols essentially lost Jalen Reeves-Maben for the entire game very early in the first half, and they were already without Kirkland, without Sutton, some other injuries, LaTroy Lewis limited. Butch Jones talks about that next man up philosophy. I've never seen Tennessee embody it better than yesterday.
Hey, Colton Jumper was terrific. Time now to announce the AutoZone player of the game. Get in the zone, AutoZone, and in the zone for Tennessee, quarterback Josh Dobbs. Threw for 319 yards, 4 touchdowns, rushed for a score, and had 80 yards on the ground. Terrific performance from Josh Dobbs, our AutoZone player of the game. For the auto parts, accessories, and advice you need, get in the zone, AutoZone. Tennessee and Georgia coming up on Saturday. We'll talk about that next here on The Butch Jones Show.
The Butch Jones Show is being brought to you by CPI Security, proud corporate sponsor of the Vols. By Humana, over 50 years of experience in the healthcare industry. Humana, your partner in health.
By the natural gas utilities and pipeline companies in Tennessee.
Natural gas.
And by the Tennessee Education Lottery. Proud to have raised over $3.5 billion to support education programs in Tennessee.
Technology affects us on a daily basis, no matter what we have to do. So when it comes to our banking, everything has to be fast and convenient. For a coach on the go or a family on the go, First Tennessee is the name to know for online banking and mobile banking. And I couldn't forget my Big Orange debit card. It's with me all the time. And when I pull that out of my wallet, I'm very proud to show the Power T. You'll find the Power T at First Tennessee.
With CPI Security's InTouch system, you get complete protection, control, and convenience right at your fingertips. Arm your system, lock your doors, and make sure everyone is safe when you're not home. During an emergency, you're quickly connected to our award-winning monitoring station, delivering a fast, personal response when you need it. Call CPI today to get a complete InTouch system, including an interior and outdoor HD camera, touchscreen door lock, and thermostat installed free. That's over $2,100 in free equipment.
One Tennessee.
One sustainable goal. Zero waste in Neyland Stadium. No sort recycling. Now, zero excuses. Made possible by Eastman, Food City, and Waste Connections. No sort makes it easy to be a good sport. Tackle sustainability. At Tennessee, good sports always recycle.
At Farm Bureau Health Plans, you may have heard us say, we've got you covered.
What does gotcha mean? It means no matter who you are
Or what age?
Whether you just need coverage for one, or for you, your wife, or kids.
You've got choices for great health plans.
And Medicare supplements?
All our plans have options.
With different levels of coverage. And deductibles and co-payments.
Mom, can I get covered?
Of course. Have questions? Visit fbhealthplans.com or your local Farm Bureau office. We've got you covered.
Our family. We're not like any other. We're spirited, tough, loyal. We believe in tradition and honor. Generation after generation, we're Vols for life. This is my family. And this is my truck.
It's all about family football and F-150 on a Tennessee Saturday. Now get F-150 with 0 for 72, plus 1,000 smart bonus on select vehicles, plus 500 Labor Day bonus cash.
Go Vols!
Time now for the First Tennessee First Look, a scouting report and look ahead at the Vols' upcoming opponents. Brought to you by First Tennessee, the official bank of the Vols.
I'm VFL Eric Ainge. It's time for the First Tennessee First Look. It's our first conference road trip this weekend. We have the Georgia Bulldogs coming up. First-year head coach Kirby Smart, freshman quarterback Jacob Eason, and offensive coordinator Jim Chaney. We all know a little bit about Jim Chaney as he was the offensive coordinator here at Tennessee for several years, a few years back. Expect a lot of the same from when Chaney was here as the offensive coordinator. 1 tight end, 1 fullback, 4 receivers, pro-style down-the-field offense. With Kirby Smart, expect a lot of the same principles that he had at Alabama. Man-to-man coverage, a lot of pressure, very aggressive defensive play calling from him now as the head coach at Georgia. We know what it's going to be. We know what the coverages are going to be. Whoever plays better football will win this game.
Georgia coming off a thumping, though, at the hands of Ole Miss. We'll see how they bounce back mentally and physically from that.
And really, for the first time all season, Bob, Jacob Eason looked like a true freshman quarterback. Harassed into 16 for 36 passing, no touchdowns, threw an interception. Georgia actually won time of possession by almost 12 minutes in that game against Ole Miss. But Nick Chubb didn't have a 100-yard rushing day. None of Georgia's tailbacks had a 100-yard rushing day. The Bulldogs really struggled. Defensively, they gave up well over 500 yards to Ole Miss.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing, too. The first game, they looked so good running the football against North Carolina. That hadn't happened since then.
No, it really hasn't. They've had some issues along the offensive front. They've not found that rhythm that we've seen Tennessee not able to put together for a full game. But when Tennessee puts it together, it's a really impressive offensive machine.
Now it's time for Tennessee to build off this win over Florida, and you never know exactly how a team is going to come off a big win like this.
You have to believe, Bob, if this team is mature enough to keep its poise down 21-3, it will be mature enough to keep its poise after winning that contest.
And you also want to know if this team could ever put together 2 halves, how good it could be.
It's maybe pretty scary to think how good this Tennessee team might be if it plays a full 4 quarters.
So next week it's Tennessee at Georgia. It's a 3:30 kickoff from Sanford Stadium. Enjoy the win over Florida, and we'll see you with Georgia highlights next week right here on The Butch Jones Show.
This has been a presentation of the Vol Network, produced by IMG, the world's premier sports, media, and entertainment company. Produced at the Hand Digital Studio.